Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabio Palvelli and I'm a designer. Every week on this channel I share a little bit of my life on video as well as tips and tricks on how to be a better designer. So if this is your first time that you're here, please do consider subscribing. Today I'm going to answer a question that comes from Instagram. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Fabio Palvelli. Hey man, thanks for the video. Have you ever had the feeling that you are worth more and you just want to leave your job to do something else, something you love? I am a graphic and motion designer. I'm in a place with my job where I want to quit because I truly believe I deserve more. I even told my boss, but he does not care. I'm not happy about the work I do inside my team, and it seems that I cannot bond with others since they do not seem to get my ideas. Meanwhile, my friends go on holiday and I cannot even afford to buy new shoes. Hence? What's hence? I am still living like a student. Hence, I'm still living like a student. I'm from New York and life is very expensive here. It's been 3 years since graduation and it still feels like I've never left college. Any tips on how I can improve my life, get appreciated more and earn more money? Okay, sit down cause I have the feeling that this is going to be a long video. First of all, thanks a lot for your message. I would have liked to know how old you are exactly. And that's just for me to put this message into the right perspective, if you like. If you say that you have recently finished college, I'm assuming you are young. You might as well be a mature student. I was a mature student. I started architecture at the age of 25. So anyway, I'm just gonna assume that you are young, maybe mid-20s. Now, I get a lot of messages like this every week from guys more or less in the same position as you. All I can say is, relax, man. It's all good. Now, I can understand the frustration if, say, you were 35 or older. And I'm not trying to justify older people, nor do I want to put 35 years old in the old people box. But anyway, older people, they have spent maybe 15, 20 years working already. And I think when you spend this long doing something and you don't feel happy about it, it is okay to start asking yourself questions. Also, this might be a very subjective response to your message, but it is easier for me to relate to older people, being myself 36. And I know what it's like to make some bad decisions early in our lives, than finding yourself being my age and have to deal with the consequences of these bad choices, which, by the way, are still echoing later on, both on a professional and personal level. For instance, myself, as I said, I made a lot of mistakes. Some I managed to repair, some other things I consider to be still a work in progress. But anyway, if you were the same age as me, I would probably talk to you about the things that helped me getting unstuck, if you like. Things like being honest with yourself, honest with others, and honest I mean as in being real and true. And also I'll probably talk to you about obligations and responsibilities, again, towards others, but more important, towards ourselves. Maybe this part that I just mentioned, it's something that could be discussed in another video. Leave me a comment, let me know. If instead you are in your 20s, mid-20s, maybe younger, I'm not sure whether I or anybody else can be of any help to you. And that's because at your age, chances are that a lot of the important things that are going to shape your life and your career still have to happen. A lot of kids coming out of universities, they write me asking for suggestions on what to do next. They want to know impatiently what they can do to start working and earning money as soon as possible. The thing that worries me a lot is that they ask for a handout on what their next move should be, like if there were rules or something. I think very often the problem is that universities make the mistake to set up unrealistic expectations for their students. And when someone graduates and faces the actual reality of the market, then newly grads have to deal with the consequences. Sometimes it's also the fault of the student itself for not being realistic enough and accept the bitter reality that even if we have graduated, it doesn't mean that we are as good as we think we are. Myself, for instance, when I graduated from university studying architecture, I had a friend who is younger than me. We did some courses together and he was just so much better than me at everything. He just had more talent, he had better ideas, and he could communicate a lot better than I used to. My biggest mistake is that I kept comparing myself to him, and it was frustrating. He did not even graduated yet, and he was already winning architectural competitions, he won prizes, whilst I was still struggling even finding an unpaid internship. And bear in mind that I was a sort of like computer expert at that time. I knew how to use all the most cutting-edge technology. Unfortunately, my skills had no economical nor practical application, and I had not enough experience to sell my knowledge to anybody. Anyway, long story short, at the end I simply accepted the fact that he was, and still is, a much better designer than I am. And when I accepted that, I stopped comparing myself to him, and as a consequence I started focus on things that I could do better, and even more important, things that I liked doing better. And that was the end of it. Now, I might be jumping around a little bit, I'm sorry, but anyway, now let's talk about your job. You say your job sucks and you feel not appreciated. Now, the reality is that even if your job sucks, without that job, you would not be able to earn any money at all. And then what? If you say to yourself that you deserve more and you just expect your job and your boss to give you more, then you are set to fail. And I'm not trying to patronizing you here. Thing is that it's very hard for us to establish objectively what it's due to us. What are we entitled to get just because we think so? If you want to know what I think, we are entitled to nothing. And entitlement is the poison of our modern society. The moment we have the minimum amount of expectation about anything in our lives, this is where we get burned. Maybe we should blame the 8th place trophies and participation medals. My generation is also part of that. We should blame the parents that say things like, don't talk to him like this, or tell your kids that they're special. And again, I might be 100% wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, no one is special other than a few bunch of phenomenal people that are not in this room right now, because that's what special means. If we establish that none of us is special, the only thing that we can do to achieve what we want is being patient, like really, really patient, and work harder and smarter than anybody else we know. This is the only thing that we can do that can get us somewhere. If it can make you feel any better, I can tell you without shame that I've been in your shoes, in the exact same way as you're describing it. I self-pitied myself, I kept telling myself that I deserve more, I want to go on a holiday, I want to get a new motorbike, I want cool shoes, I want this and I want that, and I expected my job to pay for it. And yes, you're right, a job should pay for it. But the question is, are we really worth what we think we are? Now, you might ask yourself, so how do I define my own value? I think only time can tell. Time and self-awareness. This is why it is so important to be patient and to lower your own expectations. I tell you what, ask yourself, what kind of monetary value am I able to produce by myself? Finish watching this video, and for the next 3 to 6 hours, let me know how much money you can earn without relying on nobody. Do not consider your job, do not consider the help that you can get from your friends or parents. Go out in the streets and try to produce economical value. Then come back here and let me know how much money you made and how. Don't prostitute yourself. Just maybe the only thing that you're not allowed to do is prostitute yourself. And then after that, everything it's... Maybe come back even tomorrow, come back in a week and let me know. How much money did you earn? Were you able to make more money than you make at your job? The point that I'm trying to make is that even if you're good at something, the money-making part of it, it's not easy. Arguably, it's the hardest part. Otherwise, we would all be millionaires. Anyway, I think I've been blabbling enough, and I don't know, man. Whether you're young or old, in both cases, it is always important to be patient and take responsibilities for our choices. You'll be blown away when you realize how much you're able to achieve if you assume your own responsibilities and start acting like it. Also, this whole do what you love and make money with it, I tend to be realist about it. Yes, I do love what I do professionally, but it took me maybe 10 to 12 years until someone said to me, thank you for something of value that I produced. And I do not mean a polite thank you, I mean a thank you with real meaning. So if you think you're gonna love going solo and start your own business, bear in mind that there will be a long time during which you're going to probably hate your life. If you think that you can make more money on your own and be happy at the same time, I tell you yes, you can, but it will not be easy. It is actually going to be very, very difficult, but it can be done and you should probably try it. However, don't quit your job yet. Use your free evenings, use your weekends, your holidays, and try to get some freelance work done. Try to make work that it's going to blow people's minds. And when you get enough clients, only then try to open your business. The beautiful part of it is that if you succeed at doing this, you're going to win. If you do not succeed at doing this, you're still going to win because you will understand value a lot better than you did before, and you will appreciate more any job that will come your way. There is one thing that I like to say all the time. The difference between those who do and those who don't do is those who do. Now, complaining and self-pity will not bring you anywhere. As always, thanks for listening to me. My name is Fabio Palvelli. See you next time.